Welcome to the Once Upon an Island podcast, number 2 on the charts, number 1 in your hearts. I'm your host, Wesley, and of course, I am joined by my cheerful co-host,
Rebekah.
And today we're talking about the final tribe of our coverage of the 3 tribes for Survivor 50, the Teal tribe. The past 2 days, we talked about purple and orange. We talked about each player. And as we're going to do today, we're going to talk about all 8 players. We're going to rank them in terms of whether are they going to make the merge. We're not talking about beyond the merge. Is this person going to make the merge? What are their odds? What are the tribe's odds of just like winning challenges? And Rebekah, with this Teal tribe, this is our final tribe. Mm-hmm. What do you think? What do you think about this tribe in general?
I think this tribe has an advantage, and that advantage's name is Jonathan. And I think that he is going to, I mean, we've seen him just be a beast in challenges in the past. I think he's going to really like carry this tribe in a lot of ways.
Coach? You don't think Coach would carry the tribe?
Coach is really solid.
No, he's not. I was joking.
Here's the thing. Well, but I'm just saying, like, in terms of the tribe aspect of the game, this tribe has a lot of like really, like, I don't think there's anyone who's going to like take them down necessarily. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying like everyone is a challenge beast in their like individually, but I think this tribe as a whole is very solid. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this tribe and the mini dynamics. There's going to be a decent amount of chaos, I think, with the aforementioned Coach.
Yes.
And Kamilla's going to have to be in a secret alliance with somebody.
Yep.
And it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a good tribe.
Well, I want to point out that if you want to support this channel, Patreon, link in the description for that. We will have all these podcasts early and ad free. Also, the Survivor Fantasy 50 League or 49 League and 50 League will be through Patreon as well. So let's just talk through every player. But before that, we've been doing this for the past 2 tribes. Let's talk about the challenge stats here. This tribe has, so for context, the purple tribe has 24 wins over 13 seasons of Survivor, but 8 of those were from Colby in season 2. So we were like purple is in a rough spot there. Orange has 33 wins over 14 seasons. Aussie really carried them, but Aussie, I mean, has been 9 years, but Aussie's only 43. I think Aussie still got it. And that tribe was stacked. We thought that tribe was, the men were carrying that tribe. It felt like the purple tribe, like who's carrying the tribe? If they're depending on Colby, they're done. But here, Teal, I think Teal's a pretty good split because with the exception of Tiffany, who has 0 wins, everyone here has at least 2 or 3. Like Coach is the second worst person on this tribe with 2 individual wins. Like this is a pretty like even tribe in terms of challenge wins. You said Jonathan here in the beginning is the strongest member, and like he can bench press the most. Chrissy has the most individual wins. Nice. Chrissy is no joke. So let's talk through every player. We're not doing alphabetical or like by the seasons they were in, but let's talk through every player, starting with Charlie. Mr. Taylor Swift himself. When I made his video and I did the counter for how many times Taylor Swift gets mentioned, I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Kind of like Kamilla and Kyle's
well, I guess don't spoil it. I guess you have to go watch the video, but I'm curious how many times it was.
It's a ton. It's more times than Kyle and Kamilla mentioned their secret alliance is what the show tells us. Yes.
That's a fun fact. Okay.
It's a fun fact.
Nice.
Even though Kyle and Kamilla's secret alliance really, there's like a couple episodes where it talked about a bunch. It wasn't as like, anyways. So Charlie, not everyone's favorite player, though. I think many people, despite not being many people's favorite player, this is a perception I think is important going into 50 is that Charlie is kind of viewed as robbed. He was robbed in many people's minds because he lost to Kenzie 5-3, but everyone and their mother knows that Maria should have voted for him. And that should have been a 4-4 tie. And Ben already openly said, I would broke the tie and given it to Charlie. So I think Charlie deserved the 4-4 tie. I don't care who Ben voted for. Ben can vote for Kenzie or Charlie. I don't care. But I do think that Charlie deserved the 4-4 tie, or at least deserved Maria's vote. And I think in many people's mind, Charlie was robbed of winning 46. I don't know what season I said. 46 what I meant if I had said something else. And I think that perception will be carried into the season because there's no one else here. Like Chrissy might have thought, people might thought Chrissy was robbed, but it's not the same. It's not the same.
It's also like
it's
Charlie's
fresh.
Was more recent. Yeah, it's more fresh. Yes, exactly.
Chrissy's was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
If that, no, wait, hers was season 35. That's more than 10 years ago. Was it?
Oh.
Shoot, I'm doing the math here. When was season 35? I think it was like 2017. Yeah. No, that's not 10 years ago. That's not 10 years ago, but it's quite a long time. Yeah,
but
it's quite
still
a long time.
Close. Yeah.
46 is only the past couple of years, especially since they filmed this in the summer of 2025. And here, yeah. Okay. So anyways, Charlie's more recent. People might view him as robbed. He did get 4 individual wins. And I think Charlie is not somebody who's going to cause chaos. I think there's bigger targets here than him, but I could see him going. I could see him going. I don't know. Just who is he going to connect with here? Kamilla? Like, I don't see it. Yeah. Is he going to connect with Coach over Taylor Swift? Is he going to connect with Jonathan? Like, seriously, that was his thing in 46. Like, he's like, I'm going to connect with the other people with stuff I know. Cut to him talking with Ben about Taylor Swift and naming like 100 songs or whatever. You know what I mean?
Well,
like,
okay. But
I'm not saying he didn't connect with people in other ways. That's just what his story was.
To like play devil's advocate here, I guess.
Yes, because you're a Swiftie.
Yes, I'm going to defend Charlie. No, I think that like Charlie was connecting with Ben over music more than anything else.
Right.
And
Coach
Taylor Swift
music.
is just like, she's just like happens to be Charlie's favorite artist.
Yeah,
so
like
the moment where they're like, listing songs and stuff, like I think that was more about like, because Ben was listing like Metallica songs or something like that. So like that I think was more of Charlie connecting like, hey, let's connect over music that we love, and like less about let me just talk at you about Taylor Swift, if that makes sense.
Charlie's like, I love Taylor Swift. Mike White's gonna be like, I know Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Because that's how popular or how in the know Mike White is. So anyways, Charlie, I'm in the air. Like on one hand, like Charlie is like he might be so under the radar. He makes the merge. It depends. I think Teal's a strong tribe. That was the point of those stats earlier. I think they're an even tribe in terms of stats. Where it felt like Orange is kind of stacked on the men in terms of challenges, and Purple is desperate for somebody to do something. I think Teal might be the tribe, as you said, like Orange. You think Orange might get second a lot? We talked about Orange. I think Teal might get second a lot. Personally, I think Orange will get first a lot. So Teal might go to a few tribals. I don't know how many how many times it'll be like only first gets immunity out of the 3 tribes. So I could see a few people going. I could just see Charlie going. I don't know. Like I don't feel like super solid about Charlie going to the end again. I think the perception of that he was robbed, I think will be there. I know there's also other people here who made it to the end, like Coach who got second, Mike White who got second, Chrissy who got second. The show did a good job. D who got first. The show did a good job of putting other people here who also went really far. Therefore, it shouldn't be. But I feel like Charlie, as you said, most recent, and he's the one who viewed as the most robbed. Is anybody thinking Coach got robbed from Sophie? Very few.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think like honestly, Charlie, I feel like I would be surprised if he doesn't make the merge personally, but I do agree with you that I don't see him getting to the end because of like, I don't think people want to give him a chance to get that close to winning, you know, because he's proven like, I mean, he got very close. So I would be surprised if people let him get to the end.
If Maria is to be believed, Charlie was a fire-making contest away from winning the whole thing. If Maria is to be believed, if that's really her reasoning. Wink, wink, hint, hint. Anyway, so Charlie for me is ranked number 5.
Okay. Yeah, he is ranked number 4 for me. I feel like he's kind of middle of the pack. Like, again, I would be surprised if he doesn't make the merge. But that being said, I also don't think he's going to win, but we're just talking about the merge right now. So I think he has a good shot. This
is a tribe where I feel like the top 4 from this tribe are who I think are making the merge. Charlie is right on the edge of like, okay, how many times are we going to tribal? Because I think I could see him just barely. I could see him going at the end of the pre-merge kind of thing. Just I don't know. Charlie, I think was on a tribe that kind of dominated in the pre-merge of his season, so it's hard to tell. Like they did really well. It wasn't because Charlie was winning them a bunch of challenges though. But at the same time, like, so it's hard for me to tell, like, how would he do on a crap tribe? I don't think he's on a crap tribe, though. I think it's the purple tribe. So, all right, with that, let's move on to Chrissy Hoffbeck, who has not played since season 35, where she got second place, losing to Ben, who many people viewed her as robbed. But I think it's been so long, and it wasn't robbed in the same sense. Like, sure, like people say Ben shouldn't have been in the final 3, but when he got to final 3, Chrissy still couldn't beat him. Like Chrissy could have beaten him, and she didn't. She didn't beat him. I don't know. People try to downplay Ben, but I'm like, Ben played a good enough social game that people wanted to vote for him. I mean,
Absolutely.
it wasn't like Joe who like got to the end and still couldn't get the votes. Yeah. That was Chrissy. Amazing in challenges, by the way. I do believe, and I hope I'm not saying this incorrectly. I do believe she had breast removal surgery at the mammogram. I am not a doctor, but I don't know if that affects her health is what I'm saying. She had surgery where I believe like something, or she had to get like her breast removed or something like that. I remember this being a big thing on Instagram when she posted about it. It was, I don't know if that affects her health. I'm saying now, it's like, I don't know if like she is a weaker person now than she was then. This is what I'm trying to say. So if Chrissy is the same, or at least, everyone here is older than they were last time. So I'm not going to be like all these young bucks. If Chrissy is anything like she was last time, she's really good in challenges. In fact, she has the best stats here. She got 8 individual wins last time. Chrissy, I believe, will be viewed as, her and Dee will be viewed as the 2 strongest women on this tribe. And for that, I can't see her going super early. She would have to screw up socially to get out of this tribe. I don't see her going out because of challenges. Based on what we know, of course.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I mean, I think that this tribe is going to do well in challenges, and I think Chrissy's going to be a big contributing factor to that. So, I mean, kind of similar to what you said earlier, I think like probably my top 5-ish, I would be surprised if they don't make the merge. So I have her ranked at number 2.
Same. I wrote 2 as well.
But yeah, I would just be shocked if she doesn't make it, honestly. I think she's going to have a lot to contribute to this tribe. And I don't think she's going to do anything crazy to like make people want to vote her out. So
this tribe is actually lacking in crazy. There's a lot of crazy.
It is.
There's a lot of crazy on the purple tribe, which is also going to be the tribe that's likely to get wiped out. But this tribe is actually mostly normal, except
with
for
the
Coach.
Exception of Coach.
Right. Coach is the only crazy on this tribe. But I think there's bigger targets here. Like I know I saw a lot of discourse once Mike White was cast that people like, Mike White, people are going to want to buddy up to him to get on White Lotus. I'm like, no, Mike White's famous and has money. Mike White's going to go. Dee is here. Dee is a winner. Dee's like, there's 2 people right there I think would go before Chrissy for anybody else. Mike White and Dee, winner of Survivor and guy who already has a ton of money. Mike White also played twice in The Amazing Race, by the way. So Mike White, I know, but he's a big brother away from doing the trifecta now. I don't know if he would do that. Why would you make yourself suffer? So anyways, Chrissy, I think, is number 2. She's solid. I think she makes it to the merge. Let's move on to flippin' Benjamin Coach Wade. He said he had retired like Brett Favre, and like Brett Favre, he was lying. He is back.
He came back.
He knew what he was saying when he said it. He's back. Yeah. Coach, by the way, like on his Instagram was like saying like, I don't follow the NDA. I do whatever I want. And I'm like, golly, what a wild card.
Okay, buddy.
But here's the thing. I don't know if he's so excited because he's on Survivor, and I'm not like, we're not here to do spoilers. Coach is the only person though who like blatantly just says kind of whatever he wants to an extent. So when he revealed he retired like Brett Favre, I'm like, okay, he's the only person I know for a fact is on 50, because that's before they revealed the cast 50.
Right.
I'm like, he's on 50. I'm like, that's what that means. Like, he's on 50. He comes back. He seems super excited about Survivor again. Of course, is Coach super excited because he does really well, or is he excited just because he's on Survivor? Because Coach specifically said that he was asked to be on the Edge of Extinction season 38, and he said no. He said, I got one more in me. And this is on Rob as a podcast. That's where the source is for this interview he did around the time of the Edge of Extinction. He said, he told Survivor he's got one more in him, but he wants to save it for like a legend season or something. He says he doesn't want to do Edge of Extinction and do a legend season. So if he is to be believed, I think there's always some truth to what Coach is saying. I believe that exchange happened. I don't know if he's going to be on Edge of Extinction if he had said yes, is what I'm trying to say. But I do believe that he told them those words. I believe that he said that at some point. So this is the season. This is the legend season he's waiting for. He hasn't played since 23. He played so long ago. And the last time he played, despite the fact that he got second, I don't think, while it was technically his best game, it was his least fun game. And people remember Coach as the Dragon Slayer. I don't think they really remember Coach as the cult leader, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah. No, 100%.
Yeah. Coach is known the Dragon Slayer, not the cult leader.
Right.
And he blew it. He blew it on season 23. Like, he could have won that season and he blew it. So is Coach a threat? Is Coach good? Coach isn't good at challenges. So Coach is really got to shore up his social game. But then again, he made it past the merge in season 18, despite being the Dragon Slayer and being a nutbag. He made it almost. He was, I think, one episode shy of making the merge in season. No, he made the jury, remember, but he didn't make the merge because they did the jury early in Heroes vs. Villains. So he's the first member of the jury and made the Dragons band on Ponderosa in season 20. And then in season 23 made it to second. So despite the fact that Coach is Coach, he still has a good enough social game to make it deep every time.
Yeah.
I mean, he made the jury, which is fairly deep.
I mean, here's the thing, like for me with Coach, I think it's always kind of this toss up of like, I feel like he can be very intense at camp. And so that either results in people wanting to vote him out because he's annoying, or it results in people wanting to like take him to the end because they see him as a goat or whatever, which he may or may not be. Because I mean, yeah, he's clearly like, he's played some good games. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like on this tribe specifically, Coach is maybe the only or like the biggest chaos factor. And so for that reason, I feel like he might be targeted just for like people not wanting to deal with him at camp. So I don't know. I could totally be like proven wrong on this, but for me, I have him ranked pretty low because of that. Like I would be kind of surprised if he makes the merge, to be honest. I wouldn't be mad about it because I love watching him on TV. Like he's a very entertaining player.
I'm hoping he's more like season 18, season 20, and not like the last thing we played. I hope he's more fun because 23 is not fun.
So that's what I'm hoping for. But that being said, I do have him ranked at number 7 because I think that's probably more realistic.
I am at 3.
I'm not afraid to be proven wrong. Listen, I would love that if he makes it, but I don't know. We'll see.
I was truly thinking, I really mean it when I say I think Dee and Mike White are the first like 2 to go. I don't know if, like, again, I'm under the assumption that if you're a good player, winner killer, kill the winners. The winner's the easy first votes. But if Teal goes long enough, like this tribe could win a lot. We don't know if there's gonna be a tribe swap. So if there's not a tribe swap, this tribe could win enough where, I don't know, like it's gonna come down to alliances. It's not really gonna come down to challenge strength. Like we talked about, there are 2 tribes because we think there's a potential that you said orange gets second. Purple's getting wiped. Like purple, if purple wins a bunch of challenges, I will be so surprised. I'll be like, oh, it was the Riz God. But the Coach is not gonna win them challenges. So if he makes it far, it's because this tribe didn't have trouble challenges.
Yeah.
And because they had to go to like one tribal and they got rid of D, you know?
Yeah, I think that's a very realistic scenario. Yeah, that could happen.
And so they make the merge and people are like, you know what? Coach is actually pretty nice. Because that's what people say. They'll be like, Coach is pretty nice when you just talk to him. But yeah, but Coach plays it up for the camera because he knows.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He knows how to play it for the camera. He is a nut, but he's a controlled nut. He's not like Brandon Hans nut. He's Coach.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing. Even if he's not the best player, he knows what he's doing. So, all right, let's move on to D. D is the only winner in this tribe. Therefore, I have her at number 8. That's nothing against D. I just think all winners are ranked 8 because I cannot think of a single one of them who should make it out of the pre-merge unless their tribe just like beasts the challenges. And Teal could beast the challenges, I guess. Orange could beast the challenges. Also,
assuming that there's never a day where Jeff is like, all right, everybody's going to tribal, which... I would be surprised if they don't do something like that where it's like, okay, all 3 tribes, like you were saying earlier, just, there's an individual immunity and then everybody's going to tribal and got to vote someone out. So
a
even
twist
just
like that could ruin her.
Yeah, I think that's most likely. Like I could see that happening. I think that's a pretty realistic scenario. So yeah, I'm right there with you. I've got her at number 8 as well.
D won 3 individual challenges in season 45 where she won. She was always on a tribe. It seemed like, and the ones I think she went to tribal once in the pre-merge. And I think that was the one where Sean quit. Again, this is a little bit off the top of my head. She was on a pretty good tribe because remember, like they got into the merge and they were like, okay, we're the Reba 4, and they still had Sifu. Yeah, but they also did do a tribes, and they had JMI. I think it was their whole tribe made the merge, but they did do a tribe swap, and that's when Sean quit. The school principal. He's there to lead all the children, and so he quit. Beautiful, perfect, just amazing. Him and Hannah, the therapist, who's there to help people. So she quit the game.
Yeah.
Good job. Day 3.
Man.
And then, all right, not to get sidetracked, but every time I mention Hannah, it's hard for me not to mention that her mom came and commented on the video I made about the Lulu tribe. She's like, well, there was a storm, okay, and that they didn't show on the show. And I'm like, okay, then the other 17 people were there during the storm too.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Right, Hannah wasn't the only one to endure a storm.
Oh man.
If true, comma, Hannah wasn't the only one to survive the storm.
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Anyway, so sorry, D. D is a winner, therefore she probably goes sooner than later. Number 8 for me. Let's move on to Jonathan. I'm guessing Jonathan's your number 1.
He is. Here's the thing. We're just talking about getting to the merge. I don't know about post-merge necessarily, but Jonathan is just such a beast when it comes to the physical challenges, which I'm assuming there's going to be a lot of. And again, they might change it up. Maybe it's all puzzles. Who knows? But yeah, I just don't see a scenario where the tribe is like, oh, let's vote out Jonathan.
Right.
When he's literally going to just carry them through these physical challenges. Because if there's anything physical,
Jonathan's going to single-handedly do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. It's not going to be the puzzle, but it'll be the physical portion. Jonathan will carry.
Yes. Yeah. So I would be shocked if they target him early on. I think he's likable. He's, decent at camp life and everything. So there's no big red flags or any reason that I can think of that they would want to vote him out. But yeah, so I've got him at number 1.
I was watching some Rob as a podcast coverage on people who played on seasons before, and he's the only one from the early New Era seasons to be on this season. I got to point that out. Everyone else is a late New Era season. But anyways, he's only early New Era season, and the only person who was really hating on him was, I'm about to screw up her name. I could picture her and everything. Anyways, there's only one person talking mad smack. I'm looking her up right now. Mad smack about him. And it's she just seemed like she had personal beef. It wasn't like he was playing, I guess, a bad game. So I think Jonathan's was he really impressive? He was, but he only had 3 individual wins. Lindsay didn't like him. Lindsay also had a crush on him in the early game, and I wonder if that is a factor.
Might be related.
Me guessing. That has nothing to do. That's not confirmed. Anyways, Jonathan won 3 individual challenges. We all can't forget the challenge where he literally carried his tribe through a storm in the ocean. Maybe if he was on trial with Hannah, then she wouldn't have quit.
She's trying to quit, and he's just he's
carrying her up and
won't let her get on the boat. Yeah, he's nope, you're going back to the shelter.
Anyways, Jonathan's kind of a reserved guy. From what I remember from 42, I haven't watched. I've tried not to watch 42 since 42 aired. It was okay.
Yeah, same.
I just no reason to rewatch it. Kind of like 41. I don't feel the need. But Jonathan played in 42. He's kind of reserved. I know he kind of was Marianne's a lot. I remember that. She'd be like, I love Mario Kart. I'm the best at Mario Kart. And Jonathan's like, I'm going to go rip open this fish. So
yeah.
Jonathan, I think socially is not bad. He's just quiet. And this isn't not a loud tribe. Look at this tribe. This is not a loud tribe. This might be the most boring tribe to cut to between the 3 when we cut between tribes during the pre-merge. But at the same time, that's not a bad thing for his social. That's a good thing. He's not on tribe with Q and the Riz Guide and Angelina.
Right.
They knew what they knew what they were doing for these people on the same purple tribe. Purple tribe's the chaos tribe.
Absolutely, yes.
Teal is the probably the most kosher. I don't know if kosher is the right word. Most cool tribe of the 3. I mean, most not that chill. Orange is gonna be wild and crazy, but I think Teal might be the most chill. So. Yeah, and that will fit his personality well. I think Jonathan's number 1. I can't see a reason to vote him off pre-merge because people know once he reached the merge, he's an easy vote off. Look at him.
Yep.
Rebekah, have you looked at him?
I've seen his. Yeah, I've got his photo right here. Yep.
I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to.
It's printed out, hanging on my wall.
I got a blown up poster size. Just hangs on the wall. Jonathan.
I actually have one of every Survivor player, believe it or not.
See, that's okay. It was not weird when it was just Jonathan. Now it's a little weird.
I have a lot of wall space.
You have 700 plus people on your wall. That's a little weird.
Yeah, all full-size posters.
All full-size. My gosh, you live in a mansion?
Yep, I do.
All right, let's move on to Kamilla, who did you know she was in a secret alliance with Kyle? Kamilla.
I heard something about that. Yeah.
As I said in the Orange Tribe podcast, or when we talk about the Orange Tribe, I think Joe is the best one, or the best chance of the 3 people from 48 to go by, because I think Kamilla will be viewed as a threat. I think Joe Kyle went 1. He's a threat. Joe, I think despite being third, but Kamilla was a threat. Even though you and I remember during 48, we were like, we kept ranking her high, but it's like, what is she actually doing on the, like, the show loves her. We're like, what is she doing?
Yeah. Well, I think I do think that we saw her kind of be an intelligent player in the sense of like, as she and Kyle were coming up with plans, like she had a lot of good ideas.
She was the brains.
She was the brains. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, there was a lot of skill in the execution as well.
So
like, I don't want to. Yeah. There you go. Themes. All right.
Hey, maybe I'm saying maybe Jonathan's her brawn this time instead of Kyle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Cause I don't want to discount like Kyle's, you know, input on their, like the plan and everything. Cause like, yeah, doing the execution was like a big part of it. But I do think, yeah, we saw Kamilla be really clever with like the ways that she would come up with like, okay, how do we release this information, this false information without it getting back to us, you know? And there were a lot of like really cool like workarounds. She
Kyle, they looked through your bag, and she like didn't let anybody know she cared about that.
Yeah, and very intelligent about like the way she understood the tribe dynamics and how information was going to be received from certain people to other people and all that. So all of that to say, like, yeah, I think she's a very clever player. I do think she's going to come into this with a target on her back, kind of like you were saying. Like, we saw her play very recently. And, you know, if some of these older players have only seen, you know, 1 or 2 of the more recent seasons, it is probably 48. It would have to be in there if I had to guess. So, yeah.
And they're going to like Joe the most because of how he played an old school kind of game between the three.
Yes, absolutely. So because of that, like, I do think that Kamilla is going to be targeted pretty early on. So I have her ranked at number 6 just because, like, I don't know. She's kind of right on the edge where it's like, I wouldn't be too surprised if she did make the merge, but also like, it is kind of an uphill battle. If they go to tribal,
she's not good
like
in challenges
2 or 3
either,
times.
if I recall. But she does have 3 individual wins. So what am I talking about?
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Yeah. So
I just keep thinking about how she lost fire to Eva and she wasn't even close. That's what is in my brain.
Yeah, that's the one challenge that mattered, I guess.
See,
so,
but if you're on the island, you don't have all these stats in front of you. So it could be a good thing. They're like, you know what? She does suck in challenges. Remember she lost Eva in fire? Because she was I think even if her, Joe, and Kyle were in the final 3, let's say Eva didn't get there, Eva loses in fire, I still think Joe gets 3rd.
Yeah.
I still
for sure.
don't think Joe beats Kyle and Kamilla. I think despite votes being split and however it goes, I think Joe still loses. Like he gets Cedric's vote because Cedric was a wild card who does whatever he wants and plays his own game.
Yeah.
Flipping wild card Cedric voted for everybody. But yeah, I think that's what I'm saying about Joe. I think she still beats Joe, and I think that's why she's going to be viewed as a bigger threat.
Also, that being said, like, I also think, like, again, not to discount Kyle's game because he earned his win. So I'm not trying to like say he didn't win. Like,
no, he
didn't
earned
earn it.
He definitely earned it.
But that being said, like, Kamilla did help him a lot in that final tribal of just being like, you know, hey, I got you. Like,
that's
and
right.
She sort of, you know, convinced the jury for him. So I think that's almost like making her an even bigger threat now because, like, yeah, if she gets to the end, we know that she's good at giving that final jury speech. And she's never really had a chance to do it for herself. Like she, you know, was able to prop Kyle up a little bit.
Yeah.
But
no, she helped Kyle. She helped Kyle.
Yeah. I think she's going to have a big target.
In that final jury, when I was making Kyle's video, because I had more time to focus on it and analyze, the big bomb that he dropped in Final Tribals, we all remember, was I was in a secret alliance with Kamilla. And unlike Sammy being 19, Sammy being 19 was funny. Unlike Sue being a pilot, I guess, whatever. Unlike one of those things, it like was actually a big deal to say it out loud. Like it actually mattered. And the thing is Kyle was set up multiple times before Kamilla said a word about, hey, I'm going to help you. He was like, I remember one of them was like, what's something secret you did in this game to help you won? And Kyle still didn't bring up the secret alliance. And then somebody else said, there was like 2 times he was set up and he didn't take advantage of mentioning the secret alliance. And then Kamilla goes, like, mouths to him, hey, I'm going to help you out. Because Kamilla knows, like, what was Kyle doing? Why did he say, why did it take Kamilla dragging it out of him to drop like the actual bomb that mattered? Like what?
Which maybe he like wanted her to be the one to say it.
Maybe they discussed that plan or something. I don't know, man.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah. Or maybe they edited like the questions in a different order or something. So like it had been mentioned before.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows?
See, and that would make sense. Like Kamilla, like they dropped it in the beginning, but they made edit to be at the end. I could see that.
Yeah.
But the way it was, but okay, but that just made, so the edit made Kyle look dumber, is what I'm trying to say. Even if he wasn't dumber, it made
Either
Kamilla look
Yeah.
like she had to save his hide a bit in Final Tribal. More dramatic that way. So Kamilla for me ranked number 7. I think the recency is going to hurt her. Unlike Rizgod and Savannah won. Is what I'm assuming.
Yeah.
So Savannah, I think Rizgod actually, even though he's ranked 6 on the Purple Tribe, Rizgod, the recency is not going to be as bad because they didn't watch 49. They're going to have to go off of what people said, which is going to be Rizgod. What did Rizgod say about Rizgod? Whereas Kamilla, they just watched her like 2 weeks before filming. It's gonna matter. Yep. So Kamilla ranked number 7 for me. Where did she rank for you again?
She was ranked number 6. So yeah, kind of similar. Yep.
Let's move on to Mike White. Mike White infamously played on season 37, where, by the way, Jeff has talked about Mike White so much since he was on Survivor. Like how he's like, they're like buddies and like he calls him up and gets ideas from him. Mike White's like, hey, do this, do that. Like Mike White helped make the new era better. Believe it or not, Jeff had even worse ideas than what we got. And Mike White's like,
no.
Mike White said, is that fun though? That's what he said to Jeff. And so Jeff talks about Mike White all the time. And that to me is like on top of Mike White being famous now with White Lotus, on top of him being rich and everybody knows it. He's not just Ned Neebly from School of Rock like he was on Dave vs. Goliath. Now he is a name, and Jeff will not shut up about him. And it makes me think that Mike White's threat level super high. In fact, I've already locked it in as Kamilla at 7. Mike White might need to be 7, but I think Kamilla is so recent that Mike White might, I don't know. So anyways, Mike White, like to me, is like equally in trouble as Kamilla and Dee, for one being a winner, one being so recently, and Mike White, and like these are the 3. Mike White's 6 for me. He won 4 individual challenges, but I don't think he's going to make it. I don't think. I think he's destined to go early because he is now famous, and everyone else here is like, I didn't win $1 million, except for Dee. But
see,
again, winners need to go.
That's so interesting because I kind of like almost have the opposite perspective on it, where it's like I agree that his threat level, quote unquote, is like super high. Like his visibility is really high, I guess I would say. But I almost think that helps him a little bit because I feel like people are going to realize that he's not a threat to win. Like even just from what I recall of him playing David versus Goliath, like he was very much just there to like have a good time. Like he like got drunk on wine or something at some point. He's just there for the vibes. You know what I mean? Like he's not, like he acknowledges that
and he helped Angelina find the note that she lost when he was drunk.
Yes. Yeah. He's not like, I don't think he's here to win necessarily. So like to me, I think that actually helps him in the sense of like, I think he's more likely to make the merge. I don't know if he'll make it all the way to the end, but I do think that like people are going to see him as a GOAT to some extent. Cause like what jury is going to vote for him to win? You know what I mean?
That's what they thought last time, and Mike White kind of threw Final Tribal. And I say that because this is what I was trying to get at earlier. Sorry, I got sidetracked. What else is new? Jeff Probst came out and publicly said during 48 airing, so before they went out film 50, that Jeff Probst assumes that Mike White threw Final Tribal during 37 and did not, because he didn't feel like he should win $1 million. So Jeff Probst thinks Mike White threw the game, let Nick Wilson win it, or Angelina was there too, but she wasn't winning. He let Nick Wilson win, and he said this time Mike White just needs to go for the win. And I think Jeff's saying that from a place of knowing Mike White personally, and Mike White probably basically said that he threw 37. So you're saying, but okay, so what you're saying is like take him to the end because he won't win, but it's like was kind of the thought last time during 37. Our channel didn't exist then, but I remember a lot of online discourse being, Mike White reaches the end, who's going to let, a semi-famous Hollywood guy win $1 million? But it's like now he is more famous with more millions.
Yeah.
You're right. Maybe it matters this time.
But I'm also like, this is season 50. I think there's going to be some discourse too about like, do we want this person to be the representative of season 50? Yeah. And I just don't think Mike White is going to get anyone's vote for that necessarily.
I see.
I mean, who knows? Like I'm sure he's a very likable guy.
I would only
vote
for the Riz God.
Yeah, there you go.
That's our 50 representative.
For sure.
The Riz God.
Sure. No, but so, I mean, I could be proven wrong, but yeah, I think that he's probably going to make the merge. But that being said, I do have him ranked at number 5. So it's like, I wouldn't be shocked if he goes home early, but also I don't see a ton of reason to get rid of him early, I guess. So that's where I'm at.
do. He's famous and he's Matt's money.
Sure.
And to me, he's equally,
Yeah.
to me, he's like the unofficial 4th winner on the season. Like Savannah, Kyle, get him out of here. Mike White, get him out of here. Like to me, get rid of all 4 quote unquote millionaires. Even though it's $600,000 after Obama takes it. And that's very important to remember. It's not really a million. All right, let's move on to Tiffany. Tiffany from 46, the 3rd person from 46, and probably the biggest under the radar person on this tribe. What do you think about Tiffany, Rebekah?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that she's not coming into this with a big target on her back. Like, I think obviously she knows Q. And so, you know, maybe in a post-merge situation, like, that'll be a thing. But yeah, just coming into this tribe, I feel like she's not the biggest threat. She's not going to be a super loud player necessarily. I think that she played well in her first season. I mean, she found an idol.
Stop begging. That was important.
Yes. Yeah. She's not afraid to sometimes say what she's thinking, which I appreciate. But yeah, I think if she finds an idol this season, she better play it. That's that's like one note I guess that I would have for her from her first season.
That goes for Q2 as well then, if we're really gonna
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's not just her. But so I think that she has a good shot of making it to the merge, to be honest. I don't think she's coming in with a big target. I think she's gonna do decently in challenges. I don't see anyone going after Tiffany super early in this game for any reason. So I have her ranked at number 3, just purely because I think she's going to kind of fly under the radar and make it to the merge.
I have Tiffany at number 4. She's the only person on this tribe, by the way, to win 0 challenges. I don't know if I mentioned that. Kamilla won 3 individual, D won 3, Mike won 4, Coach won 2, Chrissy won 8, Jonathan won 3. She's the only one dragging them down on the numbers, and she was also in the infamously terrible Yanu tribe, the purple tribe with Jelinski and all them.
Because she didn't have much opportunity for individual wins from what I recall.
Yeah, she did. She made the merge. She made the
merge, but like she didn't make it super far into the merge, right? Like I forget what place she got, but
see, now I'm going to look. I remember her making it pretty far enough to not play her idol.
Yes, true.
That I remember. I'm looking. Let's see. All right, back to 46. Tiffany finished in. She was the 10th voted out. So she's the 4th jury member. She had enough opportunity to win in an individual immunity.
Okay, sure. Yeah. That's fair. Yeah. Well, there you
go. Before her, she had Tim, Mariah, Soda, Tevin, Hunter were all voted out before her in the individual game. Remember Mariah, just like Aubrey, big mistake.
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah. And that was part of the streak of like, how many people was it? Like 5 or 6 that had idols?
It was 4 in a row that had idols and didn't play it. And yes, I think she was like the 2nd or 3rd one. I forget. Because Jem also didn't play it. But so it was 5 total in the season, but 4 in a row. Anyways, Tiffany, I have her at number 4. I think she can make the merge. I feel like somehow, despite the fact you played recently and made it decently far, I feel like I don't know a ton about Tiffany. And I think that will help her on 50.
Yeah.
Of course, that's me and my remembrance. And I just did a video about Charlie recently. So again, that's I feel like Tiffany is in one of those spots where it's like, I think she'll get ignored. And the tribe's kind of quiet. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of drama on this tribe. Watch me be wrong. Watch us be the most chaotic tribe of the 3.
Dude, I would love that so much. That would be so fun.
Yeah. Well, hey, we finally talked about all 24 players. We want to thank you all for listening. I really do appreciate it. The Survivor 50 is going to be crazy, crazy, crazy. Again,
it's going to be a wild ride.
If you want to support the channel, Patreon, link in the description. That's why we don't have sponsored segments in the Millie's podcast. And Rebekah, thank you for joining me. We'll see you all next time.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.